Well, good afternoon, and thanks for being here today. As many of you know, that we did hire a landscapes management company to manage our three city golf courses here in Sioux Falls, those being Prairie Green, Elmwood, and Keene Park. And we're just thrilled to be able to hopefully play golf someday here soon, as soon as the snow clears. But we're just excited to be able to be working with them and partnering with them for our golf course management services. As you can probably imagine, a startup bringing a new company in is really a ton of work. And we've had the opportunity, the city team has, to work with Landscapes in this transition period over the last 90 days. And we're really just really impressed with their comprehensive and proactive approach and how they go about managing golf courses. And they really have a system that's really impressive, and just appreciate all their efforts, and it really gives us a lot of confidence as a city that we're going to be in good hands with Landscapes. Some of the things that's really impressive, I think, that we can come to expect going forward is their customer service model and how important that is to them, their technology applications that they'll be using in managing the courses, their food and beverage philosophies and how they plan to deliver that service, and also their golf programming and some of the special events that they're going to offer that are really unique to our courses here in Sioux Falls. So I think once people have an opportunity to experience a landscapes managed course, I think they're going to agree that ultimately they're going to take our golf courses and our golf services to a new level here in Sioux Falls. So another thing we're excited about too is Landscapes Management has hired a new market manager. He's standing here to my right, and he's here to talk a little bit about what you can come to expect when you come to our city courses. And so now I'd like to introduce Justin Arnold, our new market manager for our Sioux Falls courses. Justin?
Thanks, Don. Appreciate it. And thank you all for being here on Masters Thursday. We'll try to get you on your way to maybe enjoy some of that with your afternoon. I want to start a little bit about me, just briefly talk about me as a person. I'm originally from a small town in western Nebraska by the name of Lindsay, population 300, so graduated with a class of 15 people. Anytime I mention that I'm from a town of 300, I always get, well, how many people are in your graduating class? And when I say 15, they find that humorous. And then I add that I was related to 4 of the 15, so it was a pretty small net thing.
Did you graduate in the top 10?
Of course, yeah, it was pretty easy. I've been in the golf industry since the age of 16. It's something that I love. I got in this business because I love people, not necessarily love to play the game. And hopefully that is prevalent and noticeable when you meet me and interact with me. Most recently, I spent the last 17 years just down the road at Dakota Dunes Country Club. Was a great place to be. Obviously, most of you are probably aware of that. It was #1 golf course in South Dakota for a number of years, designed by Arnold Palmer and built and contracted by Landscapes Unlimited as well, which I did not know until I was hired by Landscapes. So I'm excited to be here. For me, it's an honor to work with Landscapes Unlimited and work for the city courses here in Sioux Falls. I think it's a great opportunity for me to lead and be a part of a great team. I've been asked many times why I would leave Dakota Dunes and take this opportunity, and it has a lot to do with the team of Landscapes and also the great quality of the courses that I'll be involved with here for the city. So I want to talk briefly about the team and introduce some people that are here. Mark Jung is in attendance. He's our National Food and Beverage Manager. He's in the back there. Thank you for being here, Mark. He's a great resource based out of Lincoln for us as we increase our food and beverage operations and services. My boss, my mentor already, I would say, definitely Chris Jacobson, Regional Operations Manager in the back, is with us today. Great resource for me. And then I also want to recognize somebody that's been here and put in a lot of work with Don and with the city. The transition manager that's been in place and is helping bridge myself with everything, and he's in the back. Dustin Newman, our transition manager, he's here today, and thank you for all your work. He's really set the stage for all of us to be successful in his short time here. Some on-site staff I want to recognize. We've got Norm Parsons, our Director of Agronomy, sitting over there in the green. He's going to oversee all of the agronomy for all 3 golf courses. He was retained, and he's very well received and respected in the agronomy field in Sioux Falls, so we're happy to have him. We also have our new superintendent in Elmwood, Ryan Benda, in attendance. Ryan. Our new greenskeeper from Beatrice Country Club that moved over with the Landscapes Management Group, Matt Newman, who will be here at Prairie Green in the blue. Also a new position that Landscapes and Chris has helped develop that we think is very important. That's a new position that wasn't previously a part of the mix. We've hired a market and sales communication manager, and she starts on Monday, but she's joined us. She's in the back. She was the lady handing out the information. We've got Lindsay Matson with us today, so thank you for being here. And then I want to mention the golf professionals. All the golf professionals, head professionals, and assistant professionals were retained. They're very tenured, very talented golf professionals, and they're in attendance too. We've got the guys from Prairie Green, Joe Benedict and Mitch Runick in the back. And from over at Elmwood, Danny Singson and Chad Veery. So they've all been retained, and very impressed with them in the short 2.5, 3 weeks that I've been here. And happy to have them aboard. So next, talk a little bit about what's new and some enhancements. Some of this was contained in the packets that Lindsay handed out. First and foremost, and Don mentioned it, is the service philosophy. What you'll see is a little less self-service orientation and a little bit moving away from the self-service model and into more of a personalized service in all areas and all offerings. Especially in food and beverage. So our philosophy is that this is a great area for recreation. People are going to be here, spend a lot of time here and have fun. And it's kind of their home away from home, so to speak. So we want the service to be personalized. So hopefully you'll notice that as you come out and play golf at the city golf courses, that the service will definitely be personalized. Another big change and enhancement is going to be in the food and beverage side of things. And before you all leave, we'll have some samplings of some of the things that we'll actually serve at both facilities. We're going to increase that quite a bit with not necessarily a full service restaurant, but certainly have a lot of menu items for golfers and people when they come out before they play golf, at the turn, and after. Items like flatbread pizza, quesadillas. We'll have some breakfast sandwiches, parfaits in the morning. We have obviously a captive audience, and there's a great opportunity to offer and increase that service in food and beverage for everybody. Other things, social golf events and a golf calendar that's kind of been revitalized a little bit and changed. That's definitely what we want to do and focus on, is a little bit more up the game a little bit with the community and design some things that are going to appeal to all ages and all abilities, and very much a social side. So for example, we're going to do a ladies golf 101 event where the staff and I will kind of go over golf etiquette and rules of golf and all those things that sometimes ladies and beginners get nervous about, so they can all meet each other and learn a little bit and become more comfortable when they do come out and play any of the facilities. We're going to do an evening on the tee event as an example. It's going to be a demo evening where we'll have some music and some fun on the driving range. And all the major manufacturers will be here in attendance, so you can hit all the latest and greatest, compare, and kind of a great opportunity for everybody to socialize and have fun. And then we're really going to step up the game in the couples market and the family market. So we're going to have some couples events that are going to be themed. Some people call them goofy golf. But it's definitely fun golf. So for instance, a couples event that we'll run, the first one is going to be trivia night, and we'll get the couples out to play an informal scramble that's very non-invasive, have some fun with the scramble, some trivia on the golf course, and then some of our food afterwards. So look for some of those couples events. And then last and not least, when it comes to events, is family. We'll have a couple of new family events and a parent junior championship, which is an adult alternate shot, excuse me. And then we'll do a parent junior glow ball at night, which the kids really love and families get involved with, no matter what your skill level is. So those are some of the new offerings in the events. In addition, we'll have an announcement later on in regards to a city championship. We're also going to bring back the city championship. One thing that Landscapes and the city and everybody is well aware of is there's a huge golf community here in Sioux Falls in the area. And one of the things we noticed was there was not a city championship. And we feel like the city championship should be held at the city golf courses. So we're going to do that in the fall. Start with a fun event at Keene Park, social event with a beer garden and music, and a par 3 championship, kind of like the Masters yesterday, if you saw that, on Friday night. And then there'll be a round of golf at both of the facilities at Elmwood and Prairie Green. So we're working on that, and stay tuned for more information on that. So that kind of covers events. Other things. I'm going over just a boatload of things here, and we're probably going to miss some things. I want to cover the new website. The website now is SiouxFallsGolf.com. That's going to be the one-stop shop for everything. You're going to be able to look at the programs, the events, the menus. You're also going to have a tee time, online tee time module that's going to be really easy and efficient for golfers to book their tee times right there. So SiouxFallsGolf.com. All of the staff's emails will also be first name, last initial, SiouxFallsGolf.com, which we think is advantageous as we promote golf in Sioux Falls. Briefly talk about some structural improvements that was included in the packet. We're going to put some new carpet in over at Elmwood, wall off some areas, have a bar service and bar areas developed here at Prairie Green and Elmwood for patrons to enjoy. Other things that have happened in the short term over the last 3 weeks, we've got a new server, new POS system, new bev carts, and one thing that I know Norm loves and the grounds crew loves, Landscapes gave him the ability to hire a mechanic, which has never been done before, and that mechanic is going to be able to improve on the quality of those machines that are very important to the day in, day out maintenance profile and course conditions. So that's also been achieved. Service, one last thing. We do have the online module where you're going to be able to go on SiouxFallsGolf.com and book. But we also know that most people tend to pick up the phone and want to make the tee time. And part of our easy links and part of our service module is we're going to have 24-hour service with easy links. For example, if it's a busy day and the phone is ringing and we're all tied up, it will actually go to a person and a service that's provided, and they will be able to pull up our tee sheets and make the tee time for the general public. If you call at midnight on a Friday night looking for a tee time on Sunday, you dial the number, it's going to forward to an actual service and a person that's going to pick up the phone and be able to accommodate that tee time. So we think that's pretty cool on the service side, and hopefully that's well received. So I know there's a lot of things that I just rambled and covered, but the mayor is here, and I know we want to have a moment with him. So I'm going to turn it over to the mayor, and I'm sure there will be some questions and answer session after that. So thank you, and Mayor, I'll turn it over to you.
That's 90 days worth of work. 90 days worth of change. 90 days worth of executing, not only a plan, but already making good things happen. One of the things that we were looking at here in the city of Sioux Falls was how can we take quality of life and take it to an all new level. And with Landscapes Unlimited, You've already heard some of those things that we were hoping for, wishing for, dreaming about. And ultimately what we've done is we've taken these things that are happening not only all over South Dakota, the Midwest, and America, but these things that are happening all over the world when it comes to golf, and we're bringing it to Sioux Falls in ways that we just could not imagine 90 days ago. And just thrilled by this partnership that we have with Landscapes Unlimited. Quality of life investments, they're really a big deal for us here in Sioux Falls. We really care about this stuff, and ultimately some of these things just do not come easy. And then there's times during the debate that we really question, are we doing the right thing? The Washington Pavilion, the debate, the due diligence, the drama, that was intense. I don't think there's many people out there who can imagine what it would be like not to have our Washington Pavilion. The Denny Sanford Premier Center, yep. Boy, that was a quality of life investment that we had been hoping for so long and just could not make happen. And it did not come easy. I easily lost 5 years of my life on that one. Indoor pool, talking about that one since 1951. Change, is that the right thing to do? All the debate, all the discussion, all the rumor, all the innuendo. What if this doesn't work out? What if that doesn't work out right? And on and on and on in the city of Sioux Falls. And yep, some of that even happened when it came to how do we take golf, something that we really, really care about in Sioux Falls and in South Dakota and the Midwest, to an all-new level here in Sioux Falls. Change is hard. But Landscapes Unlimited, they are a proven commodity when it comes to executing really, really positive change. I understand that some folks are a bit anxious, but this is a really, really good anxious. It's like a 2-foot birdie putt. 2-foot birdie putt. Anxious, excited, love our chances for it to go in and feel good. You hear the clank in the cup, and then high fives and fist bumps all around. I'm ready to do some high fives and fist bumps after 90 days. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. This is really, really exciting and anxious and ultimately positive change for the city of Sioux Falls, and I couldn't be prouder of our team for doing it. Welcome, Landscapes Unlimited. Thank you for already executing much of what you said you were going to do. For those teammates who decided to stick with us on this golf journey, I want to thank you as well. We are going to take this experience to an all-new level, and I'm so glad that you're going to be part of it. And I also just want to thank not only just the golf community, I want to thank the community as a whole for having that willingness to dream bigger, to reach higher, and then ultimately to make good things happen for our city, just like we've done with those other quality of life investments that I talked about. If you wouldn't mind, just one more round of applause, not only for Don. He's only 30 years old. I don't know if you folks know that. Don has certainly had to tackle some things over the last year in his role. I want to thank the City Council. I see Councilor Marshall Selberg over there, who was certainly part of this evaluation committee. I want to thank the teammates at Landscapes Unlimited, and again, I want to thank the people of Sioux Falls for helping us to make this happen. Just a quick round of applause, please.